What's going on, guys? Welcome to Everything Always. My name's Michael Roman, aka Allfires. Now, it's pretty safe to say that as of late, Marvel Studios has been going through it. And when we say as of late, it's really now been the better part of 8 months and extending into a year where every single headline that comes out just reveals more turmoil behind the scenes. And I gotta be fair, there was at least a small group of us, myself included, who thought that Bob Iger returning as CEO might have a chance to fix everything and quickly, considering the same team over at Marvel Studios was the one that was there when he departed. It was just a bunch of internal promotions. As it turns out, it was at least one of those internal promotions that was part of the problem, at least according to Disney, and where you get the last week's public spectacle of their president silently being fired only to have it blow up in Hollywood trades about 3 days later. Well, cue up another one of those headlines where Disney is now facing down a major lawsuit, Marvel as well, from Victoria Alonso, apparently claiming she was wrongly fired. And while we're going to get into the details of that, both the public statement now from her legal representation and an official statement from Disney and Marvel as well, the details revealed in a couple of these industry insider articles paint a perfectly clear picture of exactly what was going on and why Disney and Marvel fired Alonso in the way that they did. And really, a lot of us reporting on it this week just had the tip of the iceberg. There is so much more to it, including a major legal breach of contract on behalf of Alonso, and if this is true, there is no way she's going to win this lawsuit. We're going to break it all down, but first, if you could grab the subscribe button. We do daily Marvel content at the channel, and that's all we do. Everything from official Easter egg breakdowns, trailers, and reviews, to the occasional industry insider report, and everything in between. So if that sort of thing's for you, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment down below. That will automatically enter you to win our ongoing PS5 giveaway. The next one is right around the corner to coincide with Guardians of the Galaxy. Again, all you got to do, be a sub, leave a comment. If you want, stick around to the end of the video. We'll get into all the giveaway stuff again there. So this broke late yesterday in Deadline with a ton of details as far as what's going on with Victoria Alonso now that she's been fired from Marvel and Disney. They go on to report, quote, "The Walt Disney Company is facing serious consequences and legal action over the pink slipping this week of Marvel VFX chief Victoria Alonso, making it clear to Bob Iger and Kevin Feige and everyone at the House of the Mouse that she is not going quietly. The Oscar-nominated producer has retained the services of Patty Glazer. To that end, this is the official statement released on behalf of Alonso, quote, "The idea that Victoria was fired over a handful of press interviews relating to a personal passion project about human rights and democracy that was nominated for an Oscar and which she got Disney's blessing to work on is absolutely ridiculous. Victoria, a gay Latina who had the courage to criticize Disney, was silenced. Then she was terminated when she refused to do something she believed reprehensible. Disney and Marvel made a really poor decision that will have serious consequences. There's a lot more to this story, and Victoria will be telling it shortly in one forum or another." Now, Marvel actually had a response, and this is what their official spokesperson had to say, quote, "It's unfortunate that Victoria is sharing a narrative that leaves out several key factors concerning her departure, including an indisputable breach of contract and direct violation of company policy," a Disney spokesperson told Deadline in response. Quote, "We will continue to wish her the best of fortune and thank her for her numerous contributions for the studio." Now, if you need a little clarification there, what they're referring to, her passion project is Argentina 1985, and she's claiming that Disney actually gave her the blessing to go do that. They're claiming it's a breach of contract for her to step outside of the studio and work on something else outside her contractual obligations as president of Marvel Studios. That's apparently, quote unquote, what's behind the firing. Now, we all know that there's a lot more to this with what happened between her and the VFX industry, but listen to this article by Collider with additional details. Quote, "It appears her involvement with the Oscar-nominated drama Argentina 1985 was the catalyst for her swift departure. Alonso was one of 8 producers of the international production that was distributed by Amazon. It's noted, however, that her involvement with the film at this level was a breach of contract, something which occurred multiple times. It's reported that Alonso was warned repeatedly about her involvement with the production and its release, but her appearance at the Oscars last weekend on behalf of the film was the straw that broke the camel's back. According to insiders, her behavior breached an agreement drawn up in 2018, which stated that stated employees would not work for competing studios, which was a violation of the company's standards of business conduct. The report adds that sources stated Alonso didn't ask for permission to work on Argentina 1985, nor did she give notice, but did the film of her own volition. When Disney discovered the depth of her involvement on the film, due to her length of service and respect within the company, she was permitted the transgression on the condition she didn't work on it any further, as well as promoting or publicizing the film. Despite this, she appeared numerous times to promote the film publicly and even appeared at the Academy Awards as a representative of that film, not an executive producer of the multi-nominated Black Panther Wakanda Forever. hence the referring to it in the article as the straw that broke the camel's back. The report added that Alonso's job responsibilities meant she oversaw visual effects as president of physical and post-production, visual effects and animation production, a department that was stretched incredibly thin during the pandemic, and beyond that, with the increase in Marvel productions for both theatrical and TV release, with the output criticized for not meeting Marvel's usual standards. So guys, does this really clear up the picture for us? There was a lot of reports in the industry that said one thing or another, and really, we thought ultimately this was about the toxic environment she created for the VFX artists, and it may have been, but now it looks pretty clear as though there's at least an explainer here somewhat for what was going on. Look, it doesn't matter how biased a Marvel fan you are, because I'm the most biased, and I've told you guys multiple times that I've enjoyed certain Marvel productions in spite of less than CGI, or say the editing errors with Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantummania, which I actually low-key suspect they're gonna fix before they put on Disney+. I'm calling it now, that the version we get on Disney Plus is going to fix some of the editing errors, some of the scene cuts that we got in Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantummania. That's yet to be seen, but I don't think we're going to see exactly what we saw in the theaters, and that'll be news when it comes out that it changes. But that aside, here's the facts. That Marvel Studios has suffered as of late in the areas that she was in charge. And now to hear this, that maybe she didn't want to be there or was more interested in doing something else, as a Marvel fan, that really upsets me, because it sounds like had somebody who wanted to be there been there, maybe things would have been better. And a couple of videos back, or maybe the original video covering this when it broke earlier in the week, I said that we should thank her because, you know, in life, I think we have this really weird thing now where everything is all one thing or another. You have to either agree with someone and everything they say or disagree with them. You're either on my side and agree with me 100% or your enemy, and it's just not that way. Victoria Alonso was on the small group of people, on the small list of people who really helped Marvel Studios get off the ground, and for that, I'm very thankful for her involvement with it. But listen, in that video, I also said nothing lasts forever, and it just doesn't. Maybe she lost her passion for this, or maybe at the time she was just more interested in doing something else. But when you work for a company like Disney and Marvel, and then you go do something for Amazon and then rep them on Oscar night, yeah, it kind of sounds like she was asking to be let go, or at the very least didn't want to be there anymore. And now this all makes a lot more sense than some of the reports that were coming out earlier in the week, and especially why there was no amicable send-off. She didn't have a heartfelt send-off, and really Marvel didn't either. But who knows what was really going on behind the scenes. All we do know is that maybe Marvel will turn it all around now with the CGI and post-production. Maybe the films and TV shows that are coming out in 2025 are going to look a lot better. But you guys let me know all your thoughts down below quickly. Let's get into the giveaway stuff before I let you go. All right, we are still giving away a PlayStation 5. The next milestone is Guardians of the Galaxy, which comes out a little over a month away. If you want to be entered to win, all you got to do, hit the subscribe button, then leave a comment down below. Because it's truly random, the more videos you comment on, the better chance you have of winning. All winners will be announced at the end of videos, the same way we're doing here, live with my voice on screen. So just remember, if you should get a comment, it seems like they've been gone for a while now, but if you should get a comment from a scammer anywhere on the YouTube platform, please be safe and vigilant. Just report those comments. They'll take them off of the platform. You're doing everyone in the community a huge service. The best way to keep up with the content has always been to hit the notification bell with all notifications turned on. And as always, if you like today's video, I'd appreciate it if you'd hit the like button. My name's Michael Roman. Find me in a couple places, Instagram and Twitter at @I'mFires. You can also find me on Spotify, YouTube, Amazon, Apple, iTunes, wherever you listen to original music under the name Allfires. And while I sincerely appreciate you checking my music out, thanks for checking this channel out. Stick around. We'll be posting again real soon.